morning, family. Happy Tuesday. I hope you are all well. It is the 7th of January, and this is a daily market outlook. So I hope everyone is good. I hope everyone has had an amazing start to the week. We had a crazy movement on the dollar and the correlated pairs yesterday, which I didn't expect, to be fair. So obviously, we've had a good few changes in regards to the market going into today, which I guess is good because we can't just trend always in one direction. Obviously, that would mean it would be the easiest thing on planet Earth to make money from. So we've got to adapt and then also make sure that we're ready for anything inside of these markets. I just want to let everyone know, if you can always see this stain on this jumper, I apologize because it is pissing me off. I've just said to Laura then, my missus, that I need to sort it out because I cannot wear this anymore with this stain on. It's affecting my trading, as they would say. So let's get into the dollar. So as you guys can clearly see, dollar obviously had a big movement yesterday away from the trend. So naturally yesterday we was waiting for a reaction from this demand area, which was a 4-hour demand area, which obviously became invalid because, as you guys can see, the market literally shut down, and melted right through that. So first things first, I want to talk about the daily time frame. So daily time frame, we can see that we're still in our upwards trend. So I want to keep this in mind. We were still in our upwards trend. As you guys can see, we've still got our higher low and our daily higher high. So we are still in an upwards trend, but with the movement that's happening currently, it wouldn't surprise me if we're coming down to rebalance this market. So that is my first thought. So we've got this big institutional candle with imbalance. So that would be my first thought going into today is, are we now focusing more on the markets coming down to break this higher low? Because if I look at the areas here, we've already met pretty much every single demand area. So I can't see why we would move away from here. Obviously, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. But for me, we're not in alignment with the higher time frames just right now. So from the 4-hour perspective, you'll be able to see that we've got our lower high here and our lower low. And as you guys can see, let me just get rid of my ugly face on this. As you guys can currently see, we met our 4-hour supply area. So if I just drop down to the 2 or the 1, you'll be able to notice that this is our 4-hour supply area. This big juicy candle, big juicy institutional candle with these 2 candles, consecutive candles here. Obviously, yes, you can refine it to this, but again, for me, I've obviously got both these candles just to make sure I don't miss out on the trade. So as you guys can come and see, the dollar has had a strong movement away from here. So if we focus on the trend that's happening now, we obviously come back up. Well, we had this big movement down. We had a little pullback up here. We had a big move down. We had a pullback. We then created a higher low. Pardon me. We then shot back into the supply because supply demand is absolutely crazy, guys. Like, look how accurate that is. Straight into supply. Like, no messing around. Like, I'm not teaching you guys some hocus pocus stuff. I'm teaching you legit stuff on here. And then we had a pullback. And then we've just been like trending on a little trend upwards here. We then have swept these highs, and now we've had that true movement down. So now we've had that, true move down. So I'll be waiting for, some sort of pullback to obviously participate in this trade. So we have had that change of trend from here, which for me would have been this low being taken out. So we could put that as a 1-hour change. Let's just double check on the 4. Yep. So what I would expect is, just to be safe, is this area here as my 4-hour supply, or you can do overall this big candle here. So if we drop down to the 2, is anything a bit more cleaner? No, not really. 1 hour. Yeah, not really. So for me, I would look for a pullback into these areas. And yes, we can refine them by obviously having, like this area here. But I'm just a bit wary of picking out a 1-hour supply, because if I pick this 1-hour supply, or that 1 hour supply, or that 1 hour supply, obviously I'm going to make a lot of mistakes because we do have imbalance above every single one of these. So naturally, I would just want to see a lower time frame break from anywhere in this area. Even if we get it here right now, that will be fine to go down, of course, because this area is a legit 1 hour supply area here. We do have a 1 hour supply area here, which is a legit area. So we could just move away from here. But anywhere in between these areas is where I want to see a pullback to then carry on a trend downwards. And I will want to be aiming for now these 4 hour and 1 hour lower lows and this daily higher low. So that is where I would want to see the dollar, come into. I want to see the dollar basically take out these liquidity bottoms here. Let me just mark these out. Let's mark it out as liquidity and let's make it red because it looks a bit more decent. So that is what I'm looking for the dollar. For the dollar, I'm looking for downwards movement to carry on and then to rebalance this whole market here. So keep an eye on the dollar for today. That leads me on to GU. And as you guys can see, let's go to the higher time frame. The daily, I obviously had this area as my daily lower high and my daily lower low. Now, this whole candle here, this one big candle, this was my daily supply area. So with that being said, we are in the daily supply area, but that doesn't mean that I think we're going to carry on. My actual supply area that I wanted to see met was this area here. Now, we obviously broke above this 4 hour supply area, which meant, sorry, that this was obviously invalid. So this wasn't a strong enough supply area to carry on with the trend downwards. So now we're in the daily. Obviously, we could say, yes, I think it's going to carry on down. But if we follow the actual trend from the other lower time frames, like the 1 hour, you'll be able to see that demand is in control. Demand is in control, and we've actually now just broke above this. So if I just go to the 1 hour, you'll be able to see now. Look how clean supply and demand works. If you follow this, it's always pulling back into smaller supply and demands. Like look at like this candle, we come back into this candle, we carry on upwards. We come back into this candle, we carry on upwards. You can see it over and over again. When we had a pullback and then this mass movement up, where did we come back into? Where we come back into this candle. Like if you guys were simply, I take two formulas, which I'm not going to cover, but if you guys on there, you're already at a 1 to 3 over 1 to 3 just from that area alone. So as you guys can see, yep, we've come up in here and now we're seeming to break above this high as well. So if I look at this currently, obviously we've got this will be our new valid higher high for our 1 hour, and then we've got this as our valid higher low. So if I just go to the 4 hour, I will want to see the market pull back into here. That's my preferred area of demand where I would want to see the market come back into and then move away. So I would want to see a market move, the market move into this area and then go and carry on this trend upwards. The only thing that will change my mind if we get a break of this higher low and then we start going with the higher time frames. But currently right now, I don't think that will happen. So I'm following the 1 hour trend until we get the 1 hour trend in alignment with the daily trend, if that makes sense. Because right now, as you guys have just seen and I've just explained, the daily is down. But the 1 hour is up. So we are not in alignment with the higher time frame until we get a shift so that both are now downtrending, which means that it's a stronger probability to obviously participate in just selling. But for right now, demand is in control. Euro USD is pretty much the same. So pretty much the same. We are in this 4 hour supply area and we're also in this daily supply area from this daily lower high and daily lower low. So currently, if we go to the daily time frame, you'll be able to see that we are still in that range. So we're still in that range right now from here. So obviously, yes, we are still naturally, if you look at this, it is a strong move down. Now, this daily open for me, this daily candle right now, it's bullish. Like we're early on into London. And it just seems very, very bullish. So again, is that telling us a strong story? So we go down to this time frame, the 4 hour time frame. We'll be able to see that we're still in this range right now. We are in a 4 hour supply, but the 1 hour is still uptrending. So most importantly, the 1 hour is still uptrending. So again, like GU, we have daily 4 hour, obviously downwards trending, and 1 hour is upwards trending. In order for you guys and me to participate in sells, we need to see the 1 hour time frame be in alignment with the 4 hour. So we will need to see this. So then we have a stronger probability because the daily 4 hour weekly is sells, and now the 1 hour is sells. That means, you know, you guys can even hold for swing trading. We are in alignment when we do get that. So understanding right now, look how beautiful that trade is as well. Same as GU. We have had a pullback in this demand, and then we had an institutional candle yesterday from early on, and then we naturally come back into this level of demand area, and obviously moved away with a nice little wick into that. So if you look at this right now, we're currently around a 1 to 2. Ooh, currently around a 1 to 2. Obviously, if you aim for the highs, it'll be about a 1 to 2.5 for this trade, which is obviously amazing as well for Monday morning. But yes, if we look at this right now, we're not broken this higher high. So I would wait for a 1 hour break. So I would wait for a 1 hour break. So break this high, and then we've got a new valid higher low and a new valid higher high. And I would look for a pullback to then carry this trend on upwards. So we can get a break of that, and we just carry on the bullish momentum right now. We can obviously look at this whole area of demand here. Yeah, obviously this is a tighter area. We can say this is a 1 hour. Obviously it's a 4, because naturally people will be marking this whole area out, which yes, that is a valid, you know, sell before the buy up if we do get a break, of course, and we can react from any part of this demand. But me being me, I want a better risk to reward, so I would like to refine it. And if I miss out on a trade, I miss out on a trade. It is what it is. So hopefully you guys can see that pretty clear from, you know, my perspective. NU is very similar, a bit more bullish momentum. You can see that we're reacting from this 1 hour demand. So pretty much NU, AU, Euro USD, GBP USD are obviously all pairs that correlate with the dollar. So understand that, you know, it's pretty much the same. Like we've got a 4 hour break here. We've got our 4 hour higher low, a 4 hour higher high. This is our 1 hour higher low. So if you look at this right now, we're reacting perfectly from this. I would wait for a break above this, same as EU. Once you get a break above this, then you can look to participate in obviously carrying this on upwards. If I go to the 4, it'll be the same thing. So I would like to see obviously a 1 hour break, and then potentially come and react into this area of demand here. And if we can get that, that would be perfect. And Bob is your uncle. We make money. It is what it is. Laughing. So that is what I'm currently waiting for with NU. Going over to AU. AU is a bit more slower, but very similar. Obviously, if you want to participate in the lower time frames, of course, on any of these pairs and meet your strategy or trading plan, you can do so. But we are still reacting from this demand area. So bullish momentum and demand is still in control. And obviously, we've had a 4 hour break as well currently. So AU, NU, Euro USD, GBP USD, all are pretty much the same. USD CHF, as you guys can see, so currently right now, we're still in this upwards trend. We've got a higher low and higher high from here. If I drop down to the 4 hour, you'll be able to see that we've had a change of trend on the 4 hour. So yesterday, as you guys know, I was pretty strong on this demand area. I would see a reaction from this 4 hour demand area. But obviously we didn't get that, and we obviously got you know, massive movement down, same as the dollar. So that is an invalid demand area. So looking at today, what can we think? Well, first things first, my 4 hour range would be from this high. So that's my 4 hour lower high and my 4 hour on 1 hour lower low. And I have 2 supply areas. This is my main 4 hour supply area, which also has imbalance, which is an extra confirmation. But we also have this 1 hour supply area that's in control. So we have this 1 hour supply area that's in control. So currently right now what's happened, and if you guys can see, we've come back up into this 1 hour supply. We then started to be a bit choppy, and we've had a bit of movement away from this today. So if I go down to, let's say, the 30, you can see a bit more cleaner that we've brought this low on the lower time frames. And look at where we're reacting from currently right now. So we broke this low, let's class it as a 15-minute break. We are reacting from this whole level of supply. This last candle, this last buy candle before the movement down, that broke structure, this is our 15-minute supply area. And as you guys can see, we are currently reacting from that level of supply right now. You can have it above here and you can have it above here. It's up to you, and you can aim for the lows of here, or obviously just aim for the lows of that. But we are currently moving away from that level of area. If you guys are not in that or haven't seen that, you can wait for a break of this low. And if you can get a break of that low, you can carry on the trend as well. So then we would have this. Bam, 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 and carry this trend on downwards. So that's what I would pretty much wait for if I was used with USD CHF. USD CAD, very much the same. I'm not going to go into full depth in regards to USD CAD just because it is the same. We've got our 4-hour range from here, 4-hour change of trend. We've got our 1-hour lower high, 1-hour lower low, and we're currently reacting from this 1-hour supply area as well. GBP, Japanese yen. Let's see what this is doing. Same again, nothing's as clean. I want to see where we actually come into with GJ this week. Obviously, we've got this whole level of demand area, but it's just massive for me. So I would obviously want to see a lower time frame shift. But again, I'm not too interested just because I feel like there's better setups for me personally. But of course, this is the level of demand which we can get a reaction from, or which we should get a reaction from. We are currently reacting from this 1-hour demand area, it seems right now here. Which is, where's it gone there? So again, bullish momentum. We've had a change of that trend as well from a 4-hour perspective. So bullish movement. EJ should be the exact same. Yep, EJ's moved away from this 1-hour supply. I would look to see if we can get movement away from this 1-hour demand area. Sorry, 1-hour demand and 1-hour demand area here. That's what I would like to see. USD, Japanese yen, very much the same. We have currently, this was our daily higher low, and that was our daily higher high. We had a movement yesterday from the supply back into this demand area, and then bullish movement again away. So it's been very choppy, and obviously not clean enough for you guys to probably participate, but we've had that 4-hour change. So what I would currently wait for is this whole area here is our, let's refine this as our 4-hour demand. Yes, of course, our 4-hour demand area is this whole leg, but that's just too big for me to say to you guys, we're going to react from this area, and you'll think I'm mad. So 2-hour, we can obviously go off this candle. 1-hour, we can obviously go off this candle here. And obviously, you know, that would be a nice risk to reward if we can get this 1-hour demand area met, of course. But that would be my 2 areas for me to obviously look for, either from this area in here or from this area below, which would be our 1-hour demand area, to fill in this imbalance as well. I would prefer the 1-hour demand, but we're not always going to get that, of course. Yeah, so that is pretty much it for today. I hope it's pretty clear for you guys to see. I hope that you all have an amazing rest of your day. I'm just about to go and get my hair cut because it's well needed. But yes, I hope you got some value from this call. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your I was going to say evening, it's morning. Rest of your morning. And give a like on this video. Make sure you got your notifications turned on and you subscribe to the channel as well. We've got such big things coming in 2025 on this channel for myself, so I'm excited for that, of course. But other than that, guys, I hope you all have an amazing Tuesday. God bless and take care.